Hey guys, Stambricks, and guys, we got some new premium Bandai exclusives right here. We actually got 3 of them. I'm actually going to be talking about the Marco 2. We also got right here the new Goku Super Saiyan Fighter of Rage. And we also got the one right here I'm actually pretty excited to talk about too. Is going to be the RORONOA ZORO King of Hell. This figure is actually really cool. I do have some complaints with definitely some of these price points. Let's just talk about Marco really quick. I know it's been available for pre-order for a little bit. And this figure right here for $220, I think this is kind of outrageous. I really thought this was going to cost around $150, $180. I know somebody might say, dang, 150 sounds pretty low. I don't know why. In my head, I was thinking like 150, but I'm like, okay, it's probably gonna be like 180 because most likely the price was gonna be a little more higher. But 220, I don't know how I feel about that. I know this figure is definitely going to be huge, especially compared to like Luffy and all that. So I could definitely see me the price point being there, but I don't know if it's really worth it. The wings right here do look great so far from seeing the images, but I do want to see how they look in hand, especially the painting and all. The gold looks pretty interesting right there. I do love they do quite a bit of course swap out parts, especially the hand parts with of course fire. That looks really cool, and the leg parts right here with of course the phoenix, of course claws, looks really cool. So for me, I think I might have to wait until of course I get some better pictures in hand. The part that's really cool, you do get a bonus part right here of Luffy, him actually thinking who was Marco. That's actually really hilarious right there. And of course you do get some really great of course expressions right here from Marco, especially the fire expression right there. The other thing is I'm actually really curious to know is of course gonna be most likely the wings right here, how they're gonna pose and everything like that. Very interesting so far from seeing the images. Again, I really want to know more information about this, of course in hand, and of course how people able to display this figure. So right now I'm debating if you guys think this is a good deal. Please let me know down below. Maybe I'm just being too dramatic that maybe 220 is a good price point, but I really think it's kind of overpriced, especially seeing right here compared to other figures and like that. 220 is really expensive for an S.H.Figuarts, especially comparing again to like Kaido or even of course Blackbeard and like that. But for this one right here, is going to be releasing July of 2026, and it should be for pre-order right now for the past couple of days. Actually, October 2nd was actually open for pre-orders. That's of course going to be right there, Marco. Let's talk about right here, Goku. This figure. Okay, when I saw the price point, $65, I actually got excited. I was like, oh wow, $65, not too bad. And I kind of got disappointed really quick, to be honest, because the accessories, you really do not get anything. You do get some extra portraits, yes, that makes sense, hand parts. You do not get any blast effects. I was really disappointed by that. I'm like, okay, if it doesn't come with a blast effect, this feels like a regular $38 figure or $35 figure of the Dragon Ball ones. Like right now, we just got the Goku already right now at Big Bad Toy Store for $38. What is the difference right here for this one? Yes, it's going to be a new torso. Most likely the pants are going to be a little bit different. I'm actually kind of showing off a new commercial of it with the joints and everything. I'm actually really curious to know how much better, if it is going to be any better, to be honest, compared to like the recent figures. To be honest, I'm still gonna think, in my opinion, I just think that this figure is a little bit overpriced. I think this should have been like at most 50 or 60. I think most 60. The only reason I'm saying this is because you do get actually do an extra portrait right here, not extra portrait, extra hair piece right here for Goku. I actually didn't notice it at all until you see this one image of him, of course, like dashing forward. That is going through the new portrait right there. Overall, I think the figure does look great, but I still think it's a little bit overpriced. I think maybe they should just done it 60 at this point, so it doesn't feel overpriced. If it came with a black, of course, effect piece, I think maybe the price point would have been a little bit more better. It's just for $65 does seem a little bit high comparing to like the regular $38 figures. So it's kind of like a little bit annoying right there. So this figure here is actually going to be releasing July of 2026. So it's actually kind of funny. Marco and him are going to be releasing the same time for shipping. So you most likely, if you do want those two figures, you most likely could save on shipping for those two together. And that's actually not too bad right there. Most likely save around 10 bucks, I think, or maybe even more actually. As of right now, I don't know. So that's of course giving you the Goku right there. And Pirate here, my favorite figure. I'm actually not too bad with the price point. I still think it's a little bit pricey, and that's going to be RORONOA ZORO. This figure looks awesome. You do get quite a bit of accessories, to be honest. I was actually very shocked because I was actually kind of scared it's not going to come with that many accessories. So the accessories so far you do get right here, I noticed it's actually going to be 6 swords because you actually get the regular 3 swords with of course the regular paint job, and you actually get another 3 swords of the same ones, but this time with hockey. That's really cool. That's actually really awesome. Another part that was really awesome too is that you actually get hockey hand parts. That is really awesome. I'm actually really glad we're finally getting that, of course, accessory for this figure right here. So I'm really happy with them. And then probably the best part for this figure is going to be the effect pieces on the sword. That is so cool. finally effect parts like that, and it looks awesome, especially this iconic shot right there from, of course, the fight with Zoro with King. Really cool. Most likely if I do get this figure, I will display like that. The only thing I'm really hoping is that they fix the joints on this figure. I can't really tell too much. I actually had the Zoro figure, but I actually kept it sealed. I actually never really opened it yet, so that's the one thing right there. I don't know how the joints are compared to the original. I'm really hoping they fix it. If they didn't, that is going to be really annoying when people get this in hands. If you guys know, please let me know down below. I haven't really checked too much information with people's thoughts on this yet. Just so far what I noticed right now, that I'm really curious about the joints for this one. The other part right here is actually kind of cool. I was actually kind of scared it wasn't going to come with it. It actually does come with a regular expression right here for Zoro with his mouth, of course, closed eyes. So it's really cool. If you don't, of course, want the sword in the mouth all the time, you could actually do another shot like this. So really cool. So overall, I think this figure is pretty great. $95 is pretty high. I think this should have been maybe around $85. But I would admit it does come with quite a bit more accessories. Actually, I think I forgot to mention that, of course, eye effect piece right here with the glow right there is really awesome. So I'm really happy with this figure. I think the price point is actually not too bad compared to other figures. But this right here is going to be releasing August of 2026, and for pre-orders on October 10th of the time it's recording right now. So hopefully there's an August pre-order with this. I could, of course, order together to save a little bit of shipping, so I most likely will order, but I guess we'll wait and see most likely in the coming up weeks if I do consider picking this up. But yeah, that's of course my thoughts right there, guys. See you next time. Bye.